Hi folks, this is Ron, part 2 of my series on how to make yourself a better person financially. I'm part of the Empower Network, and if anybody watching this is part of the Empower Network, kudos to you. You stepped across the line and made a commitment to do something different. And I know some of you have probably seen the Dave Woods video on how he got started, what made him actually start Empower Network. Well, I'm from New York, originally living in Chicago, and it's funny when I hear Dave's story about him living on the beach, staying in a van, being homeless with his girlfriend. Cops knock on the door of his van and give him a ticket for trespassing, and he had just got laid off from Greenpeace. Well, you know, that's a great story. It shows you that he had commitment to do something in his life to better his life. Well, I looked at it this way. I'm from New York. I'm living in Chicago. If I was in San Francisco, L.A., any of the big cities, if I was on the beach somewhere in a car or van and the cops knocked on my window and said, "You're trespassing," more than likely I'd be in jail. Especially in Chicago, New York, L.A., some of the bigger cities. So Dave, kudos to you. You're blessed, my brother, because you did not get incarcerated. But for us who live in the bigger cities, that might have been a problem. But I do want to show you that he had a commitment to better his life by doing something else. Most of us look at the stories that are being told on the internet from the people in Empower Network, and they go, "Yeah, that's just them. They had it hard, but they did this, they did that." Well, you can do it too. Stop making excuses. And I think the biggest thing you want to put in your mind is you have to make a sacrifice. If I'm living here in Chicago and I need to take a trip, I'm going to New York. There's a road map I can go. I can go the southern route, I can go the northern route. But as long as I stay the course, even if I get off course, I'm going to make it as long as I keep going. I think in life we hit a bump in the road and we just want to give up. And giving up is not an option if you want to get something. Sacrifice is the key. And the reason I say that, I read a lot of books, and one of them was about the Colonel Sanders guy. Colonel Sanders took his recipe around the United States to almost 1,000 different restaurants before he finally found one that would say yes to him. Look at how many times he didn't make it or was told no, they don't want his recipe. But did that stop him? No, he kept going. And that's what I want to get across to you this morning about perseverance and sacrifice. No, it's not going to be easy. Anything easy, they say when you go to the gym, no pain, no gain. But you have to persevere. You've got to sacrifice something. If you want to get from point A to point B, you've got to make some kind of movement. So this video basically wants to appeal to people who have watched that Dave Wood video and seen him go from homeless person to what I call the internet mogul now. But he had a vision. He had a goal, and he sacrificed things. Stop making excuses for everything, because that's not going to get you anywhere. If you want to get something better out of life, make up your mind and do something. Make that commitment or sacrifice now before it's too late. We're not here forever, and I want to make a difference in my life and somebody else's life. And that's what I love about the Empower Network. We're here to help you. So look yourself in the mirror and say, look, it's time for me to make a move. And do it. Click on the link below, partner up with us, and we'll make sure that we see you on the beaches of the world. Have a good morning.